Hi there, in this video I'm going to basically demonstrate the patient management cloud software. And let me just say that there is so much in this software that I'm not going to be able to demonstrate all the functionality, but I'm going to keep it at a very high level. But that will be enough for you to understand just how powerful this software is. So let's begin. When you log into the software, this is basically what you see. I'm just going to bring this into sort of more the center of the screen. Let's just move it, say, around about there. Okay. So when you log into the software, this is more or less what you see. And basically you can have a look at the different practitioners. Usually that's just going to be one, it's just going to be yourself. And you can have a look at all the different patients. You can have a look at the appointments for the patients. You can have a look at all the different referrers, the doctors or the different organizations that are referring patients to yourself. And you can have a look at the actual referrals of the patients. And then you can also have a look at the different types of referral types. So that could be Medicare or workers' compensation and so on and so forth. But let's dive in. Let's take a look at the patient's form. So this is a list of patients here. I've put in some dummy data just for this demonstration, and I'd like you to sort of think about your own practice and how this could be used in your own practice. So again, any of this can be customized, anything can be added, changed, modified, deleted, whatever we want to do. So the fields that I'm going to show you, you can add more fields at any time, you can change the fields and so on and so forth. So let's have a look at a particular patient. So this is an example of the patient and his name is Alan Jones. So I've just clicked on that and it's just going to open up his screen. So at a high level, this is what we've initially got. We've got the name and gender information there. We've got some contact details and the address details and some work details down the bottom there. And I've got a number of different tabs at the top here, going from documents to appointments to referrer details, the different offices, and also some record details. So initially we're going to come back to the documents tab. Because that is the most powerful tab, but we'll just go through all the other tabs very quickly so we can then spend more time on the documents tab. But basically put, on the first screen you have all the generic patient information. Then you have all the documents that are related to that patient, and then you have the different appointments for that patient. And you can add new appointments, have a look at previous appointments, and you can say if he did or did not attend that particular appointment. You can also have a look at the referrer details. So this patient, the patient name that we're talking about is Mr. Alan Jones. Alan Jones was referred to you by this doctor, Dr. Jim Jones from ABC Surgery. If you want to find out more information about the referrer, you can basically click the referrer and go to their page to find out more information about them. But just going back, okay, and so that was the referrer details. As I said, you can click into that, and then there's the different offices. So for this patient, Alan Jones, we're seeing him at Bob's surgery, also seeing him at Nick's surgery, and there's the different information for the different offices. And then at the end there we've got whether the record, whether this patient is active or inactive. So often if a patient hasn't came and seen you for a few years, you may want to set him as inactive, so you're not always seeing him in this big list of patients. At the moment there's only 3 there, but this could be hundreds or thousands long. Let's just go back in there now and have a look at the documents tab. So once you've gone into the patient screen, and you can see the generic information about the patient, but obviously there's going to be a number of documents that you're going to be generating for that particular patient. Now these documents could be reports, they could be case notes, they could also be external documents, or they could be whatever else you want it to be. As I said, all of this is customizable. So if you needed another separate bucket or another 10 buckets called whatever you needed them to be called, that's fine, we can create those buckets as well. Similarly, back here on the patient details page, if you need other fields that aren't shown here, we can easily create them as well. And even if you needed another whole section, we could create that. And even if you wanted to put another whole tab at the top with some other information, we can do that as well. But let's have a look at the power of the documents, because this is the part that many other patient management softwares don't do very well, or some of them don't even do it at all. And what I've got here, for example, with the reports, you can basically drag and drop reports straight to this page. So let me just show you an example of that. So if I've got a report, I can just drag and drop it from my computer. So I've just dragged that from my computer. I'm just dropping it there, and it's just going to upload it into that report screen right there, and there's that particular report. So that's if I've got the report already created on my computer. If I haven't, and this is where it really gets powerful, I can basically just click on new and choose from a number of different templates. So these are templates that I've put in, right? So I could choose from any of these templates or just choose a blank document. And again, these are templates that I've put in for this particular type of surgery, which was a psychology surgery. These could be your templates. We could change these to be your templates for your particular type of practice. But let's just look at how this works. So I'm just going to click on that particular template, and it's now going to go on and open that template. And here it is, it's opened up that template, and I can now continue to just fill out this template. You know, all the information's there, and it will populate all the patient information automatically, but I can just continue to fill out this template and sign it at the bottom however I need. So that's the beauty of this software, that you're no longer looking for Word documents, copying them, pasting them, renaming them, opening them, saving them again, and so on and so forth. You're actually now working in a much more structured and organized manner. And now if I just want to change the name of this template, so I'm just going to call it, say for example, Alan Jones, and I'm just going to say, okay, dash, you know, progress report, and I'm just going to save it as that. Just click away from that, yep, just click over here, and it says that it's been saved. So now when I go back into my patient manager software, I'm just going to click on patient manager software just at the top there. There's my particular, there's the one I dragged and dropped, and there's the one that I just created. So this time, and that's in my reports. But I can also see that from the patient's screen as well, just like I did before. So if I go into Alan Jones, I'm just clicking on the name there just to open up, you know, all of his information, and I go into the documents tab. There it is again. There's the document that I just created. And the beauty of this is also that you can actually see a demonstration, a little preview of the document there just as you mouse over it. And you can continue, you know, you can download a copy, you can print it to PDF, and there's a number of other things that this can do. You can actually also just click and drag and see the whole document there just within that little preview there, so that you know it's the correct document before you go ahead and actually open it or print it or do what you need to do with it. So that there is very, very powerful. Again, for case notes, you can have its own different types of templates. You can have a case note template, or a psychology treatment plan that is over here, or a blank document if you want to start from scratch. And again, you could just drag and drop them there. And down the bottom here, I've just got external documents. These are usually documents that are sent to you from the referrer, from the doctor, or the workers' compensation insurance company, or from whoever it is that has referred this patient to you. And you can scan those documents and just upload them for this patient and just let them be saved there. So that is the power of this, that it just makes the whole management of patients, or if you call them clients, just so simple and easy to use. So what I've been showing you there is the view screen for a particular patient. But what if we wanted to edit that information? Well, you just go at the top and you just click the edit button. And once you click on that edit button, it's going to bring up that same form, but this time it's all editable. So as you can see, I can go ahead and I can edit any of the fields that were there. And if I wanted to, I could actually add additional fields as well. Similarly, I could go into documents that was already drag and drop, so it's not a big deal about that. The appointments, you can basically add new appointments from the appointments link down the bottom left there. The referrer, if you want to change the referrer, you can just basically click the appropriate referrer there. And again, the officers, if you wanted to add additional officers or change these, remove some of these officers, you could just do that from that screen there. And again, the record details, you can set it to be active or inactive from that drop down there. And again, any of this can change. It's all totally customizable to work the way that you need it to work. So that's the main guts of the software at a very high quick level. But again, I'm not showing you all of the functionality. When you start to use it, you'll see that this software is just so powerful. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly go down different links on the left here, just so you can see all the different parts of the actual application. So that's the patients list, showing you all the patients within the system. This could be 100, 1,000, as big as you want. There's no sort of limits there. And this here is then my report. It's a bucket of basically reports that you've created for all the different patients. And then you've got case notes, and these are all the different case notes that you may have created for the different patients. Then you've got external documents, so you can have a look at all the different external documents. And as I go through these, you'll see that there's a search box at the top here. So if you're ever looking for something, you can basically click on it there and then basically search for it there. Say this was hundreds and hundreds of items long. and you couldn't find it. Well, there's a couple of things you could do. You could either use this drop down that's on each one of these fields to basically filter down, or alternatively, you could just type in information here. So if I just type in gym there, I'll click enter, there's basically gym there. It's found that because of in that field there. It's brought this one up because if you see there, it basically says gym in gym surgery. So it's brought that one up as well. And I can just cancel out of that and show all of them. And that's basically searching through all the appointments, right? So if you want to search through all case notes, you go to case notes and you type the search here at above case notes. If you want to search for appointments, you go to appointments and you can type in the search there. If you wanted to search the entire site, that means all of the information here that's in this site, you could just type it here. So if I just type in gym there and I just click on enter, this is all the information. Wherever gym has come up, it's all the information there, and we'll be able to basically build an advanced filter on the left there as well to sort of filter down the search results to get to exactly what you're looking for. So continuing down this list on the left here, the next thing is the different referrals, all the referrals that you've got for the different patients. Then we've got the practitioners. So at the moment, I've only got one practitioner in there. You can have many more. Often it's only yourself that you're using this for. Then after that, we've got the different offices that you may be working at. Then in terms of referral information, you can have a list of all the different referrers. This may be the different doctors that are referring the patients to you, and you can also have a list of all the different types of referral types. This may be Medicare, workers' compensation, and so on and so forth. So that's what I've built into the software. I've also built a bit of a dashboard here so that what you can do, you can basically select the patient. If I select, for example, John, then it basically filters down the appointments and shows me all the appointments for that particular patient. If I select Alan Jones, then again, it basically filters down the appointments and shows me the appointments for Alan Jones, and so on and so forth. But there's so much more. The idea here is that this allows you to have a very good base, and this may be all you need to completely run your practice. But if it's not all you need and you need more, then this base is a excellent sort of foundation starting point for you to start building more and more upon this. Because again, we can build other electronic forms if you need them. We can build other buckets of documentation, other buckets for your documents if you need them. We can integrate this with other backend systems. We can build invoices from this. We can integrate this with Medicare. We can basically do to this whatever you need. So I hope that's been helpful to you. And if you are interested in basically having a play with this, then definitely get in touch. So again, I hope that has been valuable. I hope the demonstration has actually turned on some flashlights in your mind on exactly how you could run your business using this software. If you would like to basically try out the software and have a bit of a play to see if it can work for your type of business, then please watch the next video.